days, weeks, maybe days later. Yeah, man, I did that shit with the Avatar, tore that shit up. You know something, man? What we need is the aberrant man to come in to change what is considered to be normalcy. Because if you leave it to niggas, nothing will change. So the white man represents the agitator that changes what would be considered, what would go on forever. You see. Like, motherfucker, that's a nigga. What? Nigga, what? Nigga, you just pick anything and go with it. Then, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna get some Chinese food. Oh man, they was arguing while he was cooking. You know what I'm saying? He said, oh man, see, you don't eat that because there's a certain type of energy, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be wise and when you choose the people who pick and make your food because that energy goes in the food, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, yeah, I ain't fuck with it. Then, oh man, Bobby, man, I ate this food, you know what I'm saying? Shit had me throwing up. And these motherfuckers was arguing over this goddamn food. You see, man, well, that's good. See, cause what happened here is you were supposed to clean out. And see, you have an eighth chakra that opens up in the throat that you could vomit at will because it's clearing out some of the humanity. So the transformation is happening. So yeah, that's good. You were supposed to eat that. Motherfucker. And then even in conversations is one thing one day and the other thing. I said, oh, what I first thought was, he's never wrong. He's just making himself right in every situation. What is the checks and balances of this? Really nothing. It's really your thirst or lust or your training to say, this is reality, this is real, and this is the line. And if you cross that line, either way, you either pick left or right, you're with it or you're not with it. The white man is good or the white man's bad. You either pick it and that's reality. This is the reality line. What Bobby is pretty much saying is, motherfucker, this line isn't real. There is no reality. Why don't you make every single event that happens in your favor? Therefore, every event that will happen will be in your favor because you are programming yourself to be right every time. Woo, Bobby Hemmett. Now I was on it. He showed me through his actions how to break down reality. You understand? How to break down reality. He uses absolutely, positively no logic because logic comes from the observable, which is non-changing. You can't change this thing this way. You have to change it from the realm of the quantum, which is nothing to do with intellect, reason, or logic. That is low-level particle thinking. Let's just call it that. But it's material matrix thinking, how to reason and balance. Even the entire white man shit is through, he's creating spirituality through logic, reason, and balance. He's not just able to do it like you. Because you are that being, my nigga. So, to reiterate, the mentality that your shit works. You cannot question if I'm doing it right. What book could I read to get it better than this? Panic, is that right? Or panic, how do you do this? What does that mean? Go with whatever the fuck you want. That's how it works. Run with it, my nigga. If you feel apes of this, fucking run with it. If you feel monkeys can do cartwheels in water, don't ask me to confirm that shit. Run with it. Make it your fucking, put it on a flag and wave that shit. Because it's you who are creating all of these realities exist. That's why I could break down a movie. Somebody could break down a whole nother movie and somebody be like, Panic was incredible. And some people like, Panic ain't talking about shit. So you can look at that. But while they do it, they're slipping some shit called D-Wave. please research D-Wave, and you motherfuckers will lose your mind at what they're doing. First of all, the creator or the dude responsible for it, most of the strides in it, explains it. He does a whole seminar, which is online. Watch what they're doing. Remember, I told you that these electrons only act like particles when observed. Other than that, they perform like waves that interfering wave patterns. Meaning, the quantum world is nothing more than interfering wave patterns that connect to everything. This gives you what y'all been calling parallel universes and lines, which are the waves, or strings, which are the waves to those parallel universes. So, when I'm dead and gone, well, first let's explain what a parallel universe is. Every choice you can possibly make, it plays out that scenario in another universe. Even down to the color socks that you wear. It will give you the option to wear every color sock. I don't know if it's in existence or socks that you have. So if you have a blue or black sock, it would play out in existence where you made those choices. Something so minute. So lunch, life decisions, and all of that. All of these are versions of panic in parallel universes. So when I'm dead and gone, I can literally say I did everything, even though from my perspective of observation, it's from this reality. But from this reality, I'm creating all of these wave patterns that are going out, that are interfering. So much so that everyone else are creating wave patterns that interfere with mine. So when we say in magic, we all have one divine mind. This is based upon wave patterns that interfere. These wave patterns are the waters of noon. All right? So these parallel universes are accessed through your first quantum computer, your mind. Now, here's where my class training comes in. I told you about the differences in the conscious and the subconscious mind in detail. Your subconscious mind sends out wave patterns. I told you, you got to do shit in magic. And even those who worship this shit know you do shit and then you put it to the side. You forget it. You don't focus on it. So you light a candle. You don't sit there and look at the candle every day. You do it. You do what you need to do. And then you forget it. Why? They'll tell you that in magic all the time. You create a sigil. You look at it. You meditate. Throw it away. Burn it. Why do they tell you the shit like throw it in the sea? Throw it, flush it down the toilet. Burn it. Rip it up when you finish in that moment. Because if you keep looking at it, you are now an observer of it, and it stays in particle form. Therefore, it stays in this reality. You're not sending the magic out. When you forget about it and don't observe it anymore, it now becomes wave patterns that you sent out. You can also pull it back through magnetism, wave patterns. So you're saying, based upon everything you've done in all of these different realities that have set up, based upon all your choices, there's a poor you, there's a rich you that exists, there's somewhere in between, and there's where you are in this reality. Your computer is a visualization program. You have to visualize how you see yourself to make a connection on that particular wave pattern to pull it back to this reality. Then all of a sudden, magic, it starts to happen.